Hello YouTube, let's go for another game. Playing with the black pieces. And we're gonna go for the Caro-Kann, of course. And let's see what our opponent plays. So it's a transposition to the exchange variation. So far all the standard stuff. I could take the knight here actually, but I think this is better. Especially since the bishop is a bit passive in this variation. The bishop on this square wouldn't be too good as well. Okay, so he tried to trade some stuff off. Guess I can just take... Maybe take here. Does he want his queen there? That's vulnerable. Though then that's hanging. Okay, I think... This is quite alright for me actually. So this is not a thing, but after I move my knight here, it is. And I can maybe develop my bishop with tempo. Yeah, so here, maybe I take like this. Just because it comes with tempo and we're getting close to an endgame anyway. I'm gonna try that. Looks interesting. So he's probably gonna take here. I can't take the queen because then he takes and... Okay, he actually drops his queen back. That's interesting. So let's see what the bishop wants to do. And actually I might go for this if he goes back. Because he's still not castled yet. Neither am I, but I'm thinking I have more development. Might be a bit premature, but I hope I can get out. And he's probably thinking about stuff like that, so maybe he's gonna take... Or drop the bishop back some other place. That's pretty passive, so I'd be happy to see that. He's going for a long think. I mean, sacrifices never work. Yeah, he's gonna take. And this also helps me in development. So he was probably scared of that plan. Now I should probably just castle kingside and go for an attack here. Or not castle. That's actually quite a right move. Yeah, so he's going for this. Should have paid attention to that. Probably want my king there. Yeah, let's go for that. And if he takes here, question is, can I get away with this? Probably not. Because after takes, I could consider going there. And that actually becomes really interesting, by the way, because I thought he had a... Okay, so this. He does have a check, but if he goes for my rook, I'm gonna go for the checkmate, so that's not gonna work for him. So let's try that actually. Because this is a threat now. So yeah, I'm giving up a rook here, but if he takes it, that leads to checkmate. So he needs to deal with this now, and that's... Yeah, maybe he can just castle kingside and be alright. But then I have time to do something about the rook. Which might need to be a very passive move. Or maybe just moving the king over so that I can always go there. Yeah, he is going for it. That's interesting. Or is he going for something like this, maybe? Oh, that thanks the queen. Yeah, so he is going for multiple checks. I could consider going here. Or here now. I think that's alright. This is covered by the rook. And then here I can go here. And if he then checks again, maybe I can just bring my rook back. And he's still not castled yet. Although maybe I don't want to bring my rook back. So maybe I'm going here. And then if he checks again, just drop the bishop here. So I still have this threat. Yeah, okay, so that's how he wants to stop the threat. Could consider going there. Because I'm also able to block with the bishop in that case. Or with the rook in any case, by the way. But it also attacks the knight now. I should consider sacrifices. Do they work? Looks dangerous for him actually, but I don't think it's enough. So I'm going for this. He also has this jack, but that's not too scary. This is covered by the queen, and it would be too slow anyway. Again, he could castle, but that drops the knight now. And also the knight needs to be protected somehow. And if he moves the knight, this is still a thing. And okay, yeah, that looks really passive, but maybe it's all right. This doesn't work, because the queen can take. Consider this, but then this check and he picks up the rook. Although I have this. Could also consider just bringing the rook back. Stuff like this doesn't work because he can take my rook and I don't see a follow-up. Yeah, and I can't take here because the queen takes. So maybe just dropping my rook back or this are my two options. Let's say this, check, this. And we can probably move his queen here and then I need to move my rook anyway. So let's just move my rook back for now. And still his king is pretty weak on that side of the board as well. His queen is still annoying though, but yeah, he's got some problems to deal with. My biggest question is how to get this rook in the game. Okay, so he's allowing this probably because he will get some counterplay there. Maybe this is an idea. Just don't want to hang this. Bishop still defending the rook. He might want to attack the bishop, but always this is a safe square. And the king defends and the bishop defends. It's tightrope, but it's alright. Also, if the knight now ever moves, this is a thing. Okay, that's interesting. He's just going for the attack, I guess. I could consider bringing my rook in like this. Might just be the easiest. Let's do that. I can't castle, so... And again, checks like this don't really seem too dangerous. Yeah, and here, I thought I could still defend this like this. So let's go for that. Maybe he starts going for this, but then I'm the first one to attack his queen. And then if I double up rooks, it's becoming a bit dangerous for him. And after this, he can't attack this anymore, so my queen can maybe start infiltrating. This is weak as well. Okay, now I can't. Yeah, this should always be a good move, I feel like. Again, this check is not dangerous. This is now permanently defended. Now, do I want to go for this is the question. Probably not, because it blocks my rook to come over. So probably it's better just to move my king. It's safer over there anyway. And maybe start attacking this or something. Now this doesn't work anymore. I still have this. This is a thing, by the way, which you should watch out for. That's actually tough to defend. You could go here. I can probably just take twice. And my king becomes a bit weaker, but still, it's alright. I was thinking this maybe. Can you get away with that? Then maybe this. All looks interesting, but it's just not enough, I feel like. Although here, this is a check. Then let's say he just moves his king. I'm probably gonna lose that bishop. And let's say this. You can just defend it. And I could also still start attacking stuff over here or something. Yeah, let's start with this and see what he wants to do. Because I think this is always a safe move. Also, this is something I should have considered, but I think it's alright because I have some checks here. So yeah, his knight is pretty much stuck over there. Okay, so he's attacking the bishop, but I can just take, right? I don't see why not, so let's go for that. And then this is not too scary, at the very least I can just take. So I think I just want a pawn. Also this, I have this. That's checkmate. Knight can't take because it's pinned. And if he moves the king, which is probably what he should do, then, well, I guess this is his only move. Pins the knight, looks quite dangerous. I might have stuff like this. Though I don't think they are enough, but... And that's a checkmate, right? Yeah. He missed probably that his knight can't take. So yeah, that's quite a nice finish to the game. Making use of the pin of the knight. Let's go to the game review and see what the engine has to say about this. 88.8 accuracy, that's a nice number. So, oh, that was a bit slow. So yeah, exchange variation, pretty much standard stuff here, and he was a bit early with this, and yeah, here black is already slightly better, it's not much, but I was happy to go for this. And then here, yeah, bishop takes isn't the best, and here g takes is best, so my plan was right. Although now it says it's a good move, not best, but yeah, it's definitely better for black here. Even though castling looks a bit odd, but he has to move his queen again, and yeah, I'm way ahead in development. This looks pleasant. Also, this is a bit weak. Maybe he needed to move his queen here or something. Okay. Oh, sorry, I went all the way back. But we didn't go for that because he brought his queen back. And then here, let's see how this variation is. Yeah, this is actually good for black. So again, my plan was right. And then here, yeah, taking, messing up his pawns. This is a thing, queen here to attack this. It just looks very dangerous. So I was right in that. So he was right in taking probably. Yeah, that's the best move. And then here, even though I can't castle, it's well, actually equal, engine says. But this was a mistake. And I thought I could take here. Engine says it's an inaccuracy. Queen f4. Yeah, I played that later anyway, so maybe that was alright. But here I saw that if he takes the rook, this is just mate in 2. I thought mate in 3. I need to go here first because this is covered by the knight, and then this is checkmate. But I would have found that in the game. But he noticed that as well. Okay. And here, queen g5 is apparently better. Probably because it attacks this as well. I was a bit too scared about this maybe. Because he's just not in time with any stuff like this. I mean, I can take here and it's going to be checkmate very soon. So I didn't really need to defend this probably. And then this is a thing as well in some variations, attacking the rook. And yeah, so that was better. But I had kind of the same plan, just try putting some pressure before he has any chance to do something to my king. Dropping the rook back was the right idea. So yeah, I think I played a pretty alright game. Here, queen d3 is best. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I also mentioned it in the game later on. But I felt like here was a bit loose. But then, yeah, he immediately needs to deal with some threats here. So probably I could have gone for that. I felt like attacking his queen was best. Again, queen d3. Yeah, I was just too scared about the f7 pawn. That's basically the whole game. But still, this is good for me. Yeah, and here it's already -3. Yeah, and he just missed that. I was thinking about this in the game. Apparently I can still take. And what if the king moves? Queen d3. Wait, d3? So apparently I have some attack here. Queen d2 check. Ah, the knight is pinned. Oh, that's actually another knight pin to make use of, and then I win the exchange because I've lost the bishop for that. That was tough to find, so I don't know if I would have gone for that. But in this case, this is just safe because my queen isn't even hanging. Yeah, and then here's just checkmate. I figured he should move the king, and that's actually the best move, the engine says. Queen g2 check. You have to just go for some pawns. Bishop is still hanging though. Let's say he moves to the corner. Yeah, just a bishop back, and then these pawns are weak, and knight is still a bit weak. Rook can come in. Yeah, it just looks dangerous. So intuitively, I felt like this was good. But then after this, he just hung mate in one. Could have made it with the rook as well. Don't know which one's fancier. I like this one because it looks like it hangs a queen, even though it doesn't. So yeah, quite a nice game. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.